the Monday show on Thursday. And today we got a special treat, two special treats planned. We're going to start with the more depressing one. We're going to play a game called Pyongyang Yang Racer, which is literally a racing game that was produced. Uh, well, you'll see in a moment. For those who know what Pyongyang is, well, then you already know what city we are driving in. But first, let's get the Rumble chat and the YouTube chat up on screen. Hey, what's up, William? Yeah, man, I'm gonna be playing Pyongyang Ring. I can't say the fucking. I'm gonna be playing Pyongyang Racer. That is the capital city of North Korea. I'm gonna be driving. We're gonna be driving there today. And why is the chat behind Reggie's head? Let's fix that. I got a nice Adobe Flash player ready to roll. Apparently, they got these Adobe Flash. They got an app called Flashpoint where you can like basically it has like a repository of Flash games in it. And really, I only wanted Pyongyang Racer. Now I was trying to reverse engineer the game, but I don't know how to decompile a Flash game properly. Like I have an app that'll edit Flash games and supposedly edit them, but when I go to make changes to it, it doesn't really let me save it. So I'm just gonna like leave it be. But what I wanted to do was like unlock the assets in the game, like make it so that I can drive off of the course because those Korean traffic guards keep telling me I can't. And I'm just like, come on. All right, let's get the good. We got the Rumble chat up on the right monitor. Now we just got to bring it up on. Oh yeah, there's a reason there's a box in the corner. There's actually a valid reason for that. I made it so that I would have a Nintendo gamepad in the corner of the window. We're gonna close that for now. Why do I have three different Flash players running here? Well, anyway. See, they're not running, they're just there. Alright, I think we got everything we need. Yeah, we got everything we need. Let's get Pyongyang Racer running, so let's roll. Let me just make 2 adjustments. Just gonna make 2 adjustments real quick. Don't suspend this tab. And don't suspend. Where's the YouTube studio? Did I close it? Oh, here it is. And don't suspend this tab because I don't need my YouTube chat freezing up on me. All right, let's get Pyongyang Racer opened. Now, luckily, this is easy. But the hard part is getting the game to be big on the screen. Luckily, I have a solution to that. Okay. So let me just oh crap. I didn't want to update this. What am I updating? I don't want to update that. Hopefully it's fast. I really just meant to go to the menu where it shows you the games that I have. Really, I only have one game. So we're gonna be driving in North Korea first, and Reggie is gonna be ready to take some screenshots for that one because he's gonna be driving shotgun today in a Bentley or whatever the hell car they smuggled from Sweden. Because apparently that's how they do it in North Korea. They just smuggle cars from one country to another. And then after that, we're gonna drive in South Korea. A much safer place to be in general. Probably, not that's a bad place to live, but here they work very hard there. Here we go. Pyongyang Racer. Oh wait, oops, there we go. So anyway, let me get the Flash Player window. Oh, you don't even hear the music yet. I gotta get you guys the music. I'll get the music. The music is pretty bad. Okay, there's our North Korean fun music. Fun is mandatory. Wait, I gotta hit a button. Control C, Control V. Damn it, that didn't work. I'll do it again. Yeah, we're gonna get looping graphics for just an instant. Hey, why is the window all like that? Oh, I know. Let me click on the game and make sure it moves. Oh, I forgot to connect the Nintendo controller. We have to connect the Nintendo controller. Game rules. Do not hit cars. Collect petrol barrels. Oh, yeah. They used to have petrol. Legends of the Galactic Heroes. Oh, that's fucking amazing. Dude, I told you about Legend of Galactic Heroes. Let's pause the game. We're going to fucking watch a great scene from Legend of the Galactic Heroes. We're going to get copyright claims on this one, but it's worth it, yo. Of the Galactic Heroes. Legend of the Galactic Heroes episode where Isilone fires at Geesburg. It's basically like this. Legend of the Galactic Heroes is sort of like... It's like... Okay, episode 33. Good, I can get this one here. It's sort of like... The style is... like World War II. I'm sorry, it's like World War I. Like everything about it, or everything about the uniforms, everything about the chain of command. All right, I just crashed something. We'll give it a second. There we go. Is sort of like, yeah, the uniforms, the style, it's like World War I. But of course, they are a starfaring civilization, and you got the what do you call it? The Free Planets Alliance on one side, and you got the Galactic Empire or some shit like that on the other side. And those are like basically the Germans. You got your corrupt democracy, and you got your initially kind of sketchy, but more and more enlightened despotic regime on this side here. And that's sort of like one of the moral questions you get in this series. Like, well, what's better? An enlightened democracy, a corrupt democracy? Oh, I have it all, dude. I have like all of the episodes from a Laserdisc rip that was subtitled by it's on my server. You should be able to find it. It was subtitled by a fan subgroup called Anime. Fucking forgot the name of it. Anime Kansas, some shit like that. It's a different name, but they did a great job subtitling it. Like they put name cards on all of the fucking characters. So like when you're introduced to any new character, there's so many characters that it's helpful to have like the name of who the hell you're looking at on the screen. And then when I bought it on Blu-ray, I paid $200 for season 1. So it's gonna cost me $800 to get the whole series. So I bought season 1 for $200 on Blu-ray. It had no subtitles on it. I was able to get the subtitles from the version I downloaded, the Laserdisc rip, which is a very good rip, by the way, and transfer that to the Blu-ray version. And that's basically where I'm at right now. But it is, I watched the whole series. I want to watch it again, but I want to watch it on Blu-ray. And we got the Battle of Geesburg and Isilone Fortress, which is the Death Star. I mean, it's the fucking Death Star. It's made of liquid metal, dubbed. There is a new version of the series called Die News Face. I don't know, German for something, like the new thesis. And that one is subtitled. I own, I think, one season of Die No Face, and it's probably cheaper to obtain that one. And frankly, you know, you could stream it, download it, Crunchyroll, the usual suspects. That one does have a dub. I don't know why they made it. The fucking original was amazing. There's no reason to make a new one, but they did make a new one. They made some changes to it, nothing radical, but it's basically the same story. It is dubbed. But, you know, you get used to subtitles after a while. I know a lot of people don't like so. You literally keep the subtitles on your TV. Metallic alloy layers, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip through because I can't really, you know, copyright. There we go. Okay, this is the, I forgot the hell is the planet blow up gun called. Hey, Google, what is the planet blower upper gun in Legend of the Galactic Heroes called? Fucking lazy. So, this is the big cannon at Isilon. And that's not even the best version of it. But they basically have two of these like space fortresses, and the way they got the second space fortress in position was insane. Let's just go and get a video of like a YouTube video. Let's do that. Isilon Fortress. Firing. Hey, what up, L? Thanks for the raid. Isilon Fortress. Isilon, and we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be driving in. We're gonna be driving in North Korea and South Korea in a moment. But first, we gotta watch like one of the clips where they fired a big gun. I want to see the big gun. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Got it. First appearance of Isilon. They play like some fucking classical music. This is beautiful. Oh, this is a bad audio here. Isilon was constructed 30 years ago by the Galactic Empire. A diameter of 60 kilometers. Its exterior is a thick layer of liquid metal. A huge artificial heavenly body with a mass of 60 billion tons. And this is the planet blower upper gun. This is their super laser. It's more like a freaking like... Oh, wait. Center? It's more like a lightning gun, I guess. The fortress' greatest weapon is a huge cannon called Thor's Hammer. I mean, they're not fucking around. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Gives me chills. Oh, man. I'm going to pause it just in case there's a copyright thing going on here. You see what this is going, right? You got classical music, the whole damn series, and you get to see Thor's hammer, whip it out. And there's a fleet waiting for this. Big freaking engagements, big naval engagements in space. That's what this show is about, basically. It's freaking awesome. It's like Gundam without the mechs. I know people will argue with you to the death that it's not Gundam without the mechs. They'll be like, it's more like Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones. I don't even know the name. I don't even care. Never want to watch it. I mean, not never want to watch it. I just never got into it. I hear it's actually really good, but yeah, anyway. I have a ship wedged between my wall and desk, I think, of a 3D print of the flagship from this show. I really got to redo it. I really got to reprint it or find the one I did a beautiful job painting it too. Like I mixed freaking like blue, white, and green paint together to get the right shade of the exterior. I mean, I got like clips. I got a clip where I put punk waddle in the cockpit of a fucking fighter plane, a starfighter, whatever, a Spartan. What's up, Lady Mist? What up, Logan? Thanks for the raid. The first, second, and third battles are Tiamat. The battle in the sky above planet Ligmix. You get the idea. It's a phenomenal series. It is a phenomenal series. Like I cannot say enough good things about it. It's just so good. Like everything about it is good. Everything. The ships are big. This one looks like, is this Die New Face? Yeah, this is Die New Face. This is the new one. This is the one that you can get dubbed. I think this is the new one you can get dubbed. Either that or some asshole upscaled it. Oh no, this is someone's CGI work, which is not bad. This is a fan made unit. Is this the battle over Stardy? No. You don't see any characters here. We're going to be driving in North Korea in just a moment. I just, you just hit me with the Legend of the Galactic Heroes, William, and it's such a good series. Let's listen to this song. Let's listen to the Free Planet Alliance song before we go into North Korea, because we really need to, get a pre-palate cleanser before we go into the belly of the beast, So, we'll do that. This is going to get me copyright claimed, isn't it? Banzai! Oh, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. Let's not play that version. In the meantime, I get the game ready. Where's the? I already misplaced the game. Oh, here it is. Liberty stands for freedom. Damn it! There's no words to that one. I want the words. Oh, here we go. By the way, yeah, the Free Planets Alliance has a Chrysler logo. That's their logo. It's a Chrysler logo. Liberty stands for freedom. Something, something. Standing righteous, symbolic of strength, oh, hopes for freedom. Okay, yeah, it's really hard to keep on key with people singing in Japanese with English subtitles. So I'm not trying here. Liberty Bell. They actually say that in English. Oh, hail Liberty Bell. True freedom for all men. Did I get copyright claimed yet? I feel like that should have gotten me. No, we're still rolling here. All right, cool. All right, let me get this game set up here because I feel like I'm cropping. Okay, we're good. But that is very trippy. Let me lower the Korean game. You guys get the idea. Great series. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Highly recommend it. That's all I say about that. Somebody has forgotten to push the like button. On my own, on which video? The video I just watched? Oh, well, I'll hit the like button. Oh, thanks, Slim. There we go. That's a good point. Because I like the video. Why would I not like it? You got a point there. Yeah. You're looking out. I wouldn't want to not like a video that's good. Alright, so now I gotta just do one thing. I gotta put the I gotta put this on my left monitor so that I can see it enlarged. Because see how the window is enlarged for you guys? That's not the game's default way of being. Like, I had to do that separately. Oh, that's... Oops. Wait, how do I do this? Right, I got this. Right, we're gonna drive in 2 seconds. I need to move these chat windows around a little bit. There we go. All right, Reggie, you're driving shotgun, right? Okay, good. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm gonna click continue now and see what happens. Okay, is my Nintendo controller working? No. Okay, let me fix my Nintendo controller real quick. It's not really a matter of fixing it, it's just a matter of getting it synced up the way it's supposed to sync up. Oh man, it's opening up BlueStacks on me. No, I don't want BlueStacks. Alright, let's the Nintendo NES controller for Wii Switch. I keep calling it Wii. You have to resync it every time you want to use it. It's like not that hard on Windows. On Linux, it's like virtually impossible. I had like type in a bunch of low-level Bluetooth commands to get it to work. It was pretty wild. Alright, so where's the Rumble chat? I want to make sure I don't neglect the Rumble chat later. Alright, good. We got the Rumble chat. We got the screenshot maker ready to go so that Reggie can be in the loop. And now we're going to switch to showing... I gotta do this. Open plug. There we go, I got it. Open preview projector. MSI monitor. I feel like I should be moving me, Reggie, and my camera to the right. So we're gonna do that right now. Alright, good. And we just gotta uncrop the video frame a little bit. Then we're gonna just crop it on the bottom a little bit. And I'm gonna crop the traffic cop at the top a little bit. And this music is some trippy shit right here, right? We're ready to go. We're gonna be... Oh wait, let me make sure... dang it! Why is it synchronizing as controller number 2? I don't really want to mess with this app here, but I guess I have to. Because I don't want to use the keyboard for this. I really don't want to use the keyboard for this, alright? Like, I just don't. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm checking my settings. And I can't read anything on the screen. It's all Japanese down here. It's literally Japanese, like... Oh, I see. I do have the Nintendo Sony PlayStation controller plugged in. Alright. So we're going to disconnect the controller. We're actually going to close this app altogether if we can. I know before it wouldn't let me close it because I couldn't read the menu. I still can't read the menu. I actually can't close this menu. Okay, I got the app closed. So now we got to reconnect the Bluetooth controller. We're going to unpair. And we're going to re-add it. Okay, we're connecting the controller now. And it says controller number 1. So now all I got to do is open up an application called Joy2Key. And it looks like I'm going to have to remap it, but that's alright. Very easy to remap. So I'll explain what I'm doing here. So I'll go to my top monitor. So this is the app, and I'm pressing the buttons here. So all we got to do is, there's only like 5 buttons for this game. So up, we just got to map it to up. Oh, it's already mapped? Oh, it's already mapped. Okay. Let's try it out. Let's see if the game works. Oops. There we go. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. You guys want to see the Nintendo controller in my hand while I'm playing? Does that matter? Do you guys want to see that? If you guys want to see the Nintendo controller, I'll position my camera. We're gonna just go drive to Pyongyang Let me know if you want the music to be louder, alright, guys? Alright, I can make the music louder. Whatever you want. What up, Renee? Thanks, Logan. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, L, for the... And thanks, Loot Gamer Overrated Pro. Oh, crap. Okay, drive straight. You gotta listen to the traffic cop. So, funny story about the traffic cop. They retire at 26. You can only be a traffic cop if you're hot. So you gotta be pretty, and then you become a traffic cop, basically. And they were phased back into service, of course, when they started having more power outages. You know, traffic lights just didn't seem to work without electricity in this city. So, you know, that's what they did. Now, they are very sought after as far as wives go. I don't know if it's quite the same as Kim's Pleasure Squad. So Kim's Pleasure Squad, from what I understand, the women, when they retire, either disappear or get married to generals, depending on, I guess, how much they talk back. And I have a horn, and you can't go into the green. You got to be careful going into the green. The Nintendo controller makes it a lot easier to drive. Without it, it's very hard. Like like if you were like pointing like this, and you want to go, see how quickly like you can go forward? It's very, yeah, very jerky. Okay, we got some communist propaganda on the left. You can see a poster of a guy playing a bugle next to a mountain. Oh, what's this? I never saw this poster before. Let's get a look at it. It looks like a bunch of happy urban people. We might be able to take a screenshot and translate that. That's, you know, obviously Hangul. Is that a dam? What is that I'm looking at? Let me see if we could identify that. I was actually able to export all of the assets from this game, but I couldn't edit it. That's not realistic for North Korea. Too much traffic, Nim says. I can't argue with that.
Driver, maintain course. Curiosity is not on the route map.
How is Reggie's voice? Did you guys hear that well? So I don't think the bus even moves. Don't stare at me. I'm on duty. Oh. You gotta be careful. You gotta watch her directions because she'll tell you to go left sometimes. Like, so there's a mini map. In fact, when she tells you to drive straight, you're actually driving on a curve. I mean, this is pretty consistent with North Korea. There's not that much traffic. If anything, there's too many parked cars. Oh, look at that. We got a hammer and sickle. And you got like a bunch of happy, you know, people of the party there. And so I'm already not getting the best time on this game. Alright, William, have a good night, man. But yeah, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, highly recommend it. We'll touch base about that because it's just a great, amazing, phenomenal series. And even the remake isn't bad. Even though it was kind of unnecessary, it is subtitled, so that might drive to your sensibilities, man. But you have a good night. Catch you later. Oh yeah, I found a VGA cable. Look at that. We got the Doom Hotel, or whatever it's called. Look, you got that. I mean, it's a cool-ass looking building. It's completely, like, unfinished on the inside. The outside looks good. The inside is unfinished, but it does look cool. You got to give him that. Alright, so we're going to make a right turn here. I see it had the name right there, like the Ryugan Hotel or something. I didn't really read it. And just to give you guys an idea how this game handles. So when I hit the gas, look what happens. Jump, jump. It goes from like 0 to fast when you press the button. It actually slows down after accelerating. So it doesn't accelerate. It goes from suddenly fast to slowing down a little bit, and then it maintains that speed. Very bizarre game physics there. Let's get a screenshot for Reggie. All right, Reggie, here's your first sight of the game. I drove past a couple of communist posters, propaganda posters. I'll show you those again, but feel free to give your thoughts about the game experience as we go along, bud.
Scenery optimized. Variables minimized. Enjoyment mandatory.
That's not his response. That's a canned response. Scenery optimized. Variables minimized. Enjoyment mandatory. Stop clowning around. Acrobatic circus. Stop clowning around. Stop clowning around and you go to camp for 4 years, maybe the rest of your life. I got some hammers on there and some stuff up there. I really want to like mess with the game, decompile it so I could drive off the course. But I suspect that if you do drive off the course, you're gonna find some weird forced perspective, like, you know, things that are evidence of forced perspective, where something just doesn't look right when you look at it from a head-on angle. We got some mountains over here. That's your, you know, Korean terrain. Oh, this is cool. This is like the French Arch, the one that we have in Union Square in New York or similar. But when you visit North Korea, they'll be like, but ours is slightly taller. It's just a little bit taller than the one in France. And yes, that's a Haro mouse cursor there. Oh, Reggie, did you have any thoughts there, buddy?
Empty lanes confirmed. Congestion has been resolved.
Empty lanes confirmed. Congestion has been resolved. Yeah, Reggie's sounding a little low on my end, but I think that's because of my local settings. Does someone tell me if you're able to hear Reggie when he talks? A lot of apartment buildings. When you try to drive, well, why not? Of course there's a reason to drive off the course. I mean, it won't look good, but I don't know. Like, okay, for example, the traffic cops told me go left, but I want to see what's over here. You know, Slim, it's very suspicious how none of the cars move. Hey, is this like England when you have to drive on the other side of the road? Am I on the wrong side of the road? I can go to Gulag for that. Turn right. Have you just oh, you have shit. Wait, which way do I go? Right, so I got 2 out of 3 traffic violations. I can't afford another traffic violation. What is that, a postage stamp? I don't even know what that is. 150 yeah, I can't read that. Look, we got what do you call it? A truss bridge? Okay, thanks, Slim. So Reggie sounds good. Let's see how Reggie, let's get Reggie's thoughts on the game real quick. Let me just go into, he's gonna give us his, Alright, Reggie is gonna give us some words while I drive a little more in a second.
Middle. End of line. Wide avenue confirmed. Lanes exceed demand. Deviation unnecessary. Architecture, grand. Usage, optional. Left side, history. Right side, acoustics. Middle. End of line.
See, look, there's a poster on the right where the guy's next to a mountain playing a bugle. Is that a bugle? I don't even know. It looks like a red thing. We don't recommend drinking and driving. By the way, damn it, I can't read that. It goes too fast. Turn right. Have you just passed your test? I don't know. Did I pass? You tell me. Oh, I get it. She's asking me if I suck at driving so bad because I just passed. Apparently, since 1946, they drive on the right side of the road. Ha! That's funny. And look at these buildings. Look at the textures on these buildings, by the way. Look, there's like... There's vegetation, but it's like not really there. It's painted onto the texture map of the blocky buildings. And none of the cars move at all. Looks like it says Choreo. I don't know if that's the air, or it might just be like something about sporting achievement. Is that a roundabout? Oh, check this building out. So this is actually a big deal. When I look at the extracted assets from the game, I'll be able to figure out more. But let me show you what you're looking at here. So that looks like a mountain thing and some vegetation. But here's the real deal. You got some statues. They look like angels, right? But what's up here? I can tell you exactly what's up there. That's a picture of Grandpa Kim. So if you take a real picture of Grandpa Kim and you superimpose that, it's one of these guys here. The guy on the right side of my screen. I think it's the original one. It's definitely this motherfucker here. So if we go back to the game, that's who you're looking at over there. It's like you're looking at it like the picture frame from the side. And why I want to go down this road, I want to find out, is that even in 3D? Because I don't think it is. I think it's a forced. I think it's actually painted exactly the way it looks. Let's get Reggie another picture. Oh, can we get that screenshot for Reggie before it goes away? Damn it! Let's do it again. Got it. See what Reggie thinks. Alright, we're gonna play it one more time so we can really enjoy it. I collected 22 of 23 oil drums. I missed one? Welcome to Pyongyang. Made in the DPRK, Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Yep, that's Kim Il-sung. You are correct. By No Soul Tech.
Symmetry detected. Twin facades. Mirrored intent. Flag centered at vanishing point. Direction is not a choice. Objective complete. Instructional tone. Non-optional. Suggested lines. Destination identified. Improvement. Pending approval. Nearly there. Arrival is mandatory. Study house ahead. End of line.
All right, let's give Reggie the title. Hey Reggie, here's the title screen. And I know you said music is optional, but there is music. And it's sort of got that like that that sound of the Orient, you know, mixed with something else. You got some xylophones in there. You got some like string instruments in there. And you got some like flutes in there, I guess I would say. So in the Philippines, Luda Gamer Overrated Pro says we drive on the right side of the road with left-hand drive vehicles. What is a left-hand drive vehicle? I've never heard of that. I didn't even know it's a thing. I'm sure it is a thing. I'm not familiar with it. So there's the buttons right there. So I have it mapped to a Nintendo gamepad. Is it really loading? Wait, I want to hear Reggie.
Title screen confirmed. Tone set before motion. Timing implied. Audio profile noted. Pentatonic flavor. Light percussion. Lifted tempo. Scenery approved. Interaction pending. Music indicates hospitality. Interface indicates urgency. Press go now. Later is not a valid option. Tourism mode engaged. Narrative curated. Proceed when ready. I will remain on comms. End of line.
Oh man, he's just knocking it out of the park with these like North Korea jokes, man. Go now. Okay, this time I'm gonna try to speed run it. I'm not gonna like mess with Reggie. I want to really try my best. Yeah, right. Game Gear Artist says I'm impressed with the this pseudo 3D on Flash. I mean, is it pseudo 3D? I guess it is. Ah, damn it! I didn't even hit the car. The cars almost look like they're moving. When you got oncoming traffic, it looks like, oh, look at another sign. It's a car dealership? You know, our battleships tossed entire car dealerships at this country once. In the form of lead and high explosive battleship rounds, 16-inch caliber. I did. Ah, shit. I did try to. Yeah, so I've done it. It stops you. If you're lucky, it'll just respawn. I'll do it after the speed run is over. Take me what, like 4 minutes? I'll do a sacrificial run just to prove to you. That's why I was trying to edit the action script. So I got Claude Code to tell me like what I could edit so that it doesn't like prevent me from driving off the course. But I couldn't save that. I couldn't save the changes to the action script. And I understand you can't save to a SWF, but it's like, look, if it could extract SWF, I would think it could just output and re-import it. So I was using an app called FFDEC. It's like a Flash decompiler. I gotta say, this is really great with a Nintendo controller. Oh, it's real 3D? That kind of makes sense. Not very, like, everything's flat. You know, I suspect even some of the buildings are not, like, as dimensional as they look. You know, I want to get Reggie's extended thoughts on this game. He gave me some hilarious zingers yesterday, so I'm gonna get that. Damn it! You know how many times I've ended the same card twice?
Reggie Online, standing by. I'm looking at this, and it has the unmistakable energy of a game that was built more to exist than to be played. The terrain looks like it was ironed flat by committee approval. The textures feel ideologically consistent, and the overall vibe says, fun will now commence in an orderly fashion. Pong Racer is one of those strange artifacts where propaganda and hobbyist game design collided, and neither one fully won. It's not quite satire, not quite serious, it just persists. Now for the show segment. You'll see a vehicle that handles like it's signed a non-aggression pact with Friction, and you'll hear commentary that may or may not be more engaging than the game itself. I'll be there, quietly observing, like an ambulatory GPS receiver that has lost satellite lock but refuses to admit it. And remember, the regime may try to script the experience, but the players, the audience, and the laughter are unscripted.
Oh my god, John Titor. Was that John Titor's car? It had like a weird cardboard thing in the back of it, too. Ah, crap. Let me get Reggie back to his previous conversation. You know what? We're going to give Reggie a screenshot of this. Oh, I have a collision. I sure hope I don't end up in a gulag. Let me get some water real quick while Reggie generates.
Impact registered. Administrative disappointment has been issued. You are stopped for bad driving. The charge is aesthetic, not legal. Good news, driver. In this system, traffic accidents are resolved by historical revision. End of line.
My dad specialized in foreign vehicles, says Slim. He had one car I remember when I was young. When you lifted the hood, you could see all of the beer labels from the beer cans that were melt down to make the body of the car. Oh my god. That's fascinating. Like, aren't you supposed to melt the beer cans down a lot more than that? Like, they just got them melted down enough to make it like when you're melting recycled plastic and compacting it together into a bench. Let's see if I can do better here. I got no violations. Now, luckily, the South Korean driving experience is a lot nicer. I watched a lot of like videos about North Korea this week. I mean, I've watched plenty of like historical documentaries about the Korean War. But like, it's such a bizarre. So what happened was like a week or two ago, I saw a video. It was titled "Why Korea Should Be One Country," and it was this guy who would basically like keep bouncing back to whataboutisms about the West. So he would say, he would acknowledge one of the ills of the North Korean regime. Then he'd be like, "But the West did this," and it would always bounce back and forth. Then he would talk about like how there were a bunch of Korean expats living in Japan, and they had a choice between getting a North Korean or South Korean passport, and he claimed the majority of them chose to get North Korean passports. Now, and part of that was interesting because actually out of the 40,000, out of 60,000, 40,000 chose North Korean passports. So that sounds like a majority, but the total amount of people who were offered this option was something like 200,000. So, it was a little bit deceptively presented in the video. So I left a comment about, how while, maybe the South is not, has its issues. The North, I mean, you literally have like this, I forgot exactly how I phrased it, but you can just imagine, if I was sitting here trying to be rational about it. So someone comments and goes, oh, he covered that in the video. And it's like, it's a 4-hour video. So I watched like an hour and a half. Then I copied the transcript and I had one of the AI platforms index it. And then I basically watched a little bit more of the documentary, and I asked, the AI prompt questions against the index to kind of confirm what the video was saying and see if I could check it against reality. But I can't understand North Korean apologists, like people who are not North Korean, who like seem to support the regime or at least make excuses for the regime. I mean, this is the place where people cry like their lives depend on it when the supreme leader dies. Now, some of that might have been genuine because under Kim Il-sung, it was, or Kim Soon-il, whatever it is, Kim Il-sung, things were pretty good. Things were pretty good. They were actually wealthier than South Korea. So there is something to it. But that was basically because they were getting cheap Russian oil. They were part of like some kind of deal where Russia sells them oil at a discounted rate. So everything that they were doing was on the back of oil, much like us. So really not any more ideologically pure, except they get it through a deal with excuse me, with a fellow member of the Eastern Bloc, I guess. Without the traffic jams. Huh. Oh yeah, MASH is a good series. So, like, when I remember, I gotta revisit MASH because I do remember there's a couple episodes where a South Korean general shows up with like a really stuck-up attitude. That sounded kind of interesting to me, I remember an episode of MASH where they accidentally shelled a South Korean village, and the army comes in to kind of whitewash the situation. And Alan Alda's all like, "It's wrong, blah blah blah," and basically they're like, "It's cool, we're gonna build a recreation center for them." It's like, but we just actually killed a bunch of their people. Yeah, but we're gonna give them a recreation center. And in fairness, before precision strikes, these things happened. See, the Korean War was weird because, like, I'd say MacArthur's genius was like the Incheon landing, where while you had a smaller group securing the Pusan perimeter on the southeastern region of the country, they decided to slip behind the KPA, the North Korean army, by going somewhere a little bit closer to Seoul on the northwestern end. And by succeeding in that landing, they were able to cut the rest of the KPA off from logistical lines, and then from there, from there, Allied forces were able to push north, or coalition forces, whatever the UN forces were able to push north. But once they got, the KPAs back to the wall against the Yalu River, they couldn't cross into the Yalu River because they didn't want to, get into a war with China. Damn it. See, that's what happens when you go the wrong way. So anyway, years after the war, MacArthur did some interviews, and he said his plan was to use 30 nukes, upwards from 20 or 30 nukes on China, and basically nuke some air bases that were kind of in their infancy. Back then, China's air bases were still kind of in their infancy, And obviously, Truman was not having it. And the pair of balls in MacArthur, he got Truman to meet him at Wake Island. Okay, he didn't go back to D.C. to see Truman. No, he got Truman to meet him in the middle of the fucking Pacific for the Wake Island conference. I mean, that is a pair of balls right there. I mean, you're supposed to respect the chief and go see him. But he had his excuses and reasoning, and the media loved MacArthur. I'd say while MacArthur did a bang-up job with the Japanese occupation, he, kind of lost it a little bit, I think, in Korea, or at least, maybe he was trying to fight a war like a real strategist. He didn't realize that, well, look, we only get one free pass on nukes. Although, in theory, we probably could have used nukes in the Korean conflict on China, it was better that we didn't, His plan also involved, putting a bunch of radioactive cobalt north of the Yalu River, so that you now have this, radioactive barrier where Chinese forces can't cross. It was pretty fucking insane. And so that's between that and speaking out publicly as a general against the civilian leadership. Those are some of the factors that apparently went into Truman's decision to fire MacArthur. You had a general in an early episode getting played by Pat Morita, and then later on he plays a South Korean surgeon. Huh. Exactly. Just enough so that when they put them into a press, it would stick. Yeah, so you take a bunch of soda cans and you heat them up and you get that shape of a car hood. Yeah, right? That's pretty good fuel mileage for a, what is that? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's a fancy car. Koryo Tours. This was your first drive to Pyongyang. Why not travel to DPRK with Koryo Tours and see it for yourself? Contact info at koryotours.com. Take a print screen of your time. Oh, let's get this to Reggie. For championship ranking. You got to take a screenshot to get championship ranking. All right, Reggie. So I'm reading the screen. Apparently, if I want, I can go for a real drive in Korea if I get a trip with Koryo Tours and visit the DPRK. Although I'm a little bit concerned about getting the auto warm beer treatment, so I think I will, refrain from that particular trip. I did get one traffic warning. And Koryo Tours says I can contact them at their email address, info@koryotours.com. They say take a print screen of your time and send it to us, racer@koryotours.com, for championship ranking. And there is a speed running category, but once again, I think I'm good on that. What do you think, Reggie? You think we should try to get a good time and send it to them? You think I get the DPRK to promote my YouTube channel? Do I want them promoting my YouTube channel? Probably not, right? Reggie, oh my god, it's funny. All right, we're gonna let Reggie talk in a second here. In the meantime, let me just clean up my screen real quick and exit the Flash emulator. I think I'm good on this game here. I think we played plenty of Pyongyang Yang Racer today. All right, Flashpoint still says it's closing down, so give that a minute. Okay, there we go. So the next game we're going to play is Beam NG Drive. And we do have a very solid, routine for that. I'm going to reroute my audio real quick. This will take me a moment. Damn it, I think it just jumped to my bottom monitor. Let me make sure it's not overlapping to my bottom screen. This game, you could span it across all your screens if you want, but it's not really ideal. Why do I have 2 YouTube chats up? Let me fix that. In fact, I lost the. Oh, here it is. I found the Rumble chat. Oh yeah, I don't have to do anything special to the audio actually because I just have to make sure it's coming out of the right headphones. I don't have to do anything fancy. Exactly. Did just know you said it. Looks like you are getting fantastic fuel mileage. Said that too. It would be just as good as Trump promoting your channel. I mean, okay. So I would love that, but as a civil servant, I can't have that because there's way too many people on the other political party in city in the bureaucracy that I'm in to be associated therein. But I'd be fine with it. He'd be like, DJ Ronnie G is the best. He's tremendous. He has a really tremendous channel. It's really great. I recommend you watch it. It's tremendous. It's the best. I think it's the best channel ever. It's a tremendous channel. The THX sound. The audio is now deaf. Oh yeah, you saw that. Yeah, so depending on what movie I'm watching, when I wear my Sennheiser headphones hooked up to my sound interface, there's a feature called Windows Sonic, and what it basically does is it gives you like proper simulated surround sound. So I disabled a lot of my plugins because I figure why have them all enabled if you don't need them. I don't know what of the plugins I would disable at this point. Oh, here we go. Definitely this one. Yes, there's a Saturn V rocket plugin. It's really cool, actually, but it's totally like not practical. It'll fly above the map in an instant. It has like potentially unlimited fuel. Let's get rid of the MTA bus skins, even though it is kind of cool to have. I already disabled a few. Donut barrier pack police barriers. We'll disable that one for now too. I forgot what this mod does. Robots in Disguise was once Optimus Prime themed pack, now into the All Spark pack, a skin to celebrate 40 years of Transformers history. That does sound cool, but I'm not gonna skin Transformers on my cars right now. I'm gonna disable the deer too. I don't think we don't need a deer, right? I mean, we know what cars do to deers. I wonder if they have any animals in the Philippines like deers. 3 signs of getting old. The first sign is getting older. There is more hair in your brush or comb than there is on your head. The second sign of getting old is you hear snap, crackle, and pop, and there's no cereal. Oh, God. All right, so I forgot. I think I just got to type in the word Korea. Okay, that didn't work this time. All right, it says it's loading. We'll give it a minute. It's actually something like, it's got a name I can't pronounce, like Dayong County. I'm making up names here, but I played it like right before the stream, so I know I have it. Did I just accidentally disable that plugin? I might have disabled the plugin. Let's go back. Republic of Korea Fire Agency. We got skin packs. We got DPRK license plates. Yeah, it's a great game. Here it is, Dadong County. I apparently disabled it by accident. So we re-enabled Dadong County. Let's see if we can pronounce that right. Yeah, Dadong Town. Let's see, I'm going to type that out for Reggie's sake. Okay, next up, we're going to drive in South Korea, aka Republic of Korea, the Republic of Korea, in Daodong Town, Dongyong County. This is in the South Korean Highland area. In South apostrophe. What's up, Spock? In South Korea's Highland area. So real quick, Reggie, did you have Oh, he already told me don't submit my time to the North Korean regime for the game I played. Right, fair enough. Oh damn. Okay, good. I didn't load the map yet. I gotta pick a car. So this car is pretty good actually, like for what I need. But I feel like we should pick a different car anyway. We could pick a giant dump truck. We always have the ATTE or whatever from Star Wars. Yeah, I mean the telescope is operating right now. Actually, let's take a look at it. Let's see what it's doing. Right, we gotta log in. Okay, so, oh crap, I forgot to park the telescope. See the telescope there? It's really not supposed to be at that angle. So we're gonna park the mount right now. I forgot to set it to auto park. So now the telescope is gonna park to the home position. I had it set to 3-minute exposures, and let's see what the oh yeah, it's look at that. It's moving to the parked position right now. And you can see how it's moving along. It's moving from west to east, and you can see how everything moves in a circle there. That's probably Polaris or something like that. And there's the cloud cover.
Parked.
So our auto guiding got disrupted earlier. We do have some, you can see this is the sky over my part of New York right now. So not really good, seeing conditions right now, is it? What I do want to do is probably not, well, let's see here. We're going to disconnect the auto guiding software. Basically, we have a second telescope that has a separate camera for guiding the mount. So if the mount is a little bit off target, it'll keep us on track. We're going to connect to that camera, which is a smaller telescope, a simpler camera, smaller sensor, 1080p actually, whereas the other sensors like either 4K or 8K, depending on what settings you use. We're going to do like a 500 millisecond exposure time. I'm going to goose up the gain a little bit. And we're going to take a framing shot. All right, so really not much to write home about right now. So reason I'm here is because yesterday I did a polar alignment. I'm going to show you guys that routine because with the snow we had recently, it was, the mount shifted in the snow piled up on the tripod. The mount sank a little bit. And so I actually have to make a video about this, but we parked the telescope at points in my northern sky over there. That's where Polaris is. So basically what happened was I did a star test. I realized the star was bouncing around a lot. So when I realized the star was bouncing around a lot, I get it to the home position. We centered both scopes on Polaris. There we go. So what this does now, I didn't have it on the right setting. I should have cranked up the exposure time, but what it does is it looks for stars, and based on the pattern of the stars, it figures out where I'm pointing. So when the Earth rotates in the northern sky, everything rotates around this center here. So if you were standing in the North Pole, this would be directly overhead. In my case, it's at like a 40-degree angle. So the angle of this matches your latitude. So at 0 degrees latitude or 90 degrees latitude, depending on how you look at it, this is directly overhead. But in New York, it's at a 40-degree angle. And you can see when the mount is rotated manually, everything moves in a circle. Now, this illustrates why I need to do my polar alignment. So watch this in a loop now. Now, this should be moving in a concentric circle that is in between this circle and this circle. But what you're going to see is this circle actually is misaligned. It actually makes like this is how close it is here, but when it gets down here, it's much closer to the green line. So that means my polar alignment was significantly off target, but because of the guide scope, it kept me on target, but it was compensating more than it really should. So every once in a while, I have to go outside and manually adjust the mount. So it's a video I've been meaning to do for a while in a proper format. So I did take some new footage of the mount to do that. So what I do is I actually have to manually move the mount east and west and actually point the mount head up and down until Polaris lines up inside a yellow box. Oh wait, we're still in loop mode. See, it tells me that my polar alignment error is off. It's like 44 arc minutes. So 0 degrees, 44 arc minutes, and 29 arc seconds. These are subdivisions of a degree. And it's telling me I got to move the mount head east 43 arc seconds and up a mere 6 arc seconds. So when I move it, you'll see the star is being moved out of the way. Oops. Then when I'm back on target, it instructs me where to move the star again. So you can see Polaris, that bright dot, is now being moved into the box. And it's telling me that now Polaris needs to be moved down. I think that's what it's telling me. Yep, there you go. So see, it wants me to put it there now. And I'm so far off target now. This red cross is supposed to be in the middle of this green circle. So really the goal is, and I didn't even realize this until afterwards, that this red cross has to be over here. See? And you can see that as I adjust it, it takes a picture every quarter second in this case. And then once it's polar aligned, then tracking and guiding are much, much more on the nose. So that's what I did yesterday. If it was clear outside right now, or even partially clear, I would show you like proof that this has been done correctly, because I want to verify it too, to be honest. I want to double check it, since I should have goosed up the exposure or gain settings and I didn't. So no big deal, but that's where I was at yesterday. What's up, Sleeping Box? Good to see you, man. That's basically what it looks like through a telescope, too. It's just a big white dot until you're looking through a really powerful telescope. And even then, you have to make sure there's not too much light pollution. Yeah, and that's the thing, like a bigger aperture, a bigger lens on the front of the telescope lets in more light. Because that's the main job of a telescope, is to collect photons. And if you have light pollution, of course, that's going to wash out the background of your image. Now, with a camera, you can kind of tweak it in various ways to compensate for that situation. In my case, I use a black and white camera, and I capture the colors one at a time in separate passes. And this is how I'm able to manage light pollution in an area that's surrounded by multiple urban population centers, a suburb of New York. What's up, Awesome One? Good to see you, buddy. 1999, Space 1999 and Beyond. I love Space 1999. It's a good show. Let's watch the opening to Space 1999 before we play the game. For some reason, I can't make it full screen. Oh, there we go. Eagle 1. I need that. Let's go. It's a good show. It's a really good show. I mean, it's kind of bad at times, but it's good. I mean, the art is beautiful. Okay, so let me give you the lore here. They have a nuclear waste dump on the moon, and it blows up. And then it propels the moon at, like, ridiculous speed. Enough speed that it should have cracked the moon in half, but it didn't. And the moon leaves Earth's orbit, and ends up on a journey across the universe. And Moonbase Alpha is kind of just doing their thing. It's like Star Trek at this point, except instead of a starship, they got a moon base. And look at the set. Look at the set. Look how beautiful the set is on this. nice set right there. I mean, look at that interior design. I think it was inspired by some Italian guy. And that's Space 1999 right there, guys. That is Space 1999. The doorbell is where? Guess we're gonna find
Can we
out.
give a round of applause to Debbie? This is a first for me. Notice how we have no doorbell? Well, let's go for a walk. Oh, there it is. There's the front door, and there's a doorbell. So you ring the doorbell, you wait at the door, then they call your name at the doorbell, you come back, you have a conversation, and then you go back to the door. Genius, Debbie. Just genius. Now, I can't tell you who the builder is. Now, before my haters get mad, no, I cannot prove this is a violation. I don't know of any codes or standards that say the builder can't do this. But the state standards do say that the homeowner is allowed to bring their concerns to the builder. And the homeowner told me this is one of their concerns. So we're gonna bring it to the builder and then just see what happens. And if they relocate it, I'll let you know. But if they refuse to relocate it, then we're gonna have to do some more research. We're gonna have to try to find some form of proof that says the builder can't do this. Can we give a round of applause to Debbie?
Take it easy, no.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, we'll save that for later.
Destiny might actually be
We'll
going.
save that for later too. Yeah, you know what? We'll just close these. So let's get back to the game. So what car do I want to drive, man? There's an abundance of choice here. Maybe we'll just go with this weird sports car. I think I want to stick with a truck. We're gonna go with a nice, friendly Jeep. We're gonna pretend we're the military. Yeah, we'll do a good old-fashioned Jeep. Ah, crap! I didn't plug in my gamepad. Yeah, it's a very good game. Very good driving simulator. So nobody wants to see that YouTube short from before? Anyway. Any second now. Oh, did Reggie have any thoughts from before? In fact, he's got some thoughts about what we're doing right now, apparently. So we'll let Reggie speak.
Negative, driver. Do not
Okay, so we said that. So this part of South Korea has a church in it, right? Because they have churches in South Korea. This is a cool little thing right here. We're gonna pretend that this is not a Ghost Rider car. So right here it says this pagoda here we go. This is a 3-story pagoda in Changti-ri. It says Gangwonjanan Do treasure number 216. Location 445 Chaintang Gumgang So Nyeon Ujin Gun Gangwonjon Nam Do. The pagoda is believed to have been built during the Unified Silla period. The roof structures of all floors of the tower, which have 3 floors above the base, have 3 tiered supports, and all the upper rings have disappeared. This tower is so high it gives an elegant feeling. So I'm gonna guess this is a replica of that tower. Now, actually, I might have to load the other car I was driving before because I had some really good force feedback in my PlayStation controller. It's pretty wild. Like, it was like I was getting like clutch kickback and gear shifting and all of that. What if you find out this isn't a game and you're taking control of someone's car? Well, then I better take good care of that car.
Understood. Next stop, the Republic of Korea. New route, new terrain, and likely more actual traffic discipline with fewer ideological lane markers. Highland Road should give you better texture, more topography, and a little less. Suggested transition lines. Terrain expected, elevation possible, reality increasing. We are trading propaganda boulevards for mountain roads. This should improve both handling and honesty, from curated emptiness to actual geography. Driver, prepare for a less ceremonial commute. Send the next frame when you have it. End of line.
Oh, let's respawn that car. Hey, this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, apparently. Actually, it might be a four-wheel drive after all. Yeah, right? Well, it's one of those mass-produced cheap military Jeeps. Am I on the wrong side of the road? I think I'm on the correct side. But my car is backwards. Oh yeah, I just felt some interesting kickback in these trigger mechanisms on this gamepad. Ooh, there's a nice view. Let's take a nice look at the view. Oh, the street signs are blank. Oh, I got some construction and development going on here. Oh, look, little recycling bins. Oh, look, go to the doctor. Anyone need to go to the doctor? That's a dangerous parking lot. These might be like real buildings too. That's why I picked this. I'm gonna get a different car. I know exactly what car to use. It's the car from the thumbnail we're gonna use. We're gonna use this one right here. Now, this one's a bit off-road like. Oh, crap. Blank street signs means you've got to really know where you're going. Slim. It just occurred to me, is this game running at, what frame rate is the game running at? Oh, it's running at 90 frames a second. Let me fix that. We really shouldn't have this running at 90 frames a second. We should run it at like 60. So here's a cool trick. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can keep your refresh rate at, like 120 or whatever hertz your high refresh rate monitor might be, and cap the frame rate. While some games have their own internal option, when they don't, you do it over here. So we just need to find BeamNG Drive. Oh, we should spawn some traffic. Let's do that. We can do that. We can have traffic. This game, unlike Pyongyang Racer, does allow us to have traffic. So we can totally do that. We can literally spawn it on demand. We can even spawn whatever cars we want and have them chase me and try to crash into me. But usually what I like to do is pick a tank of a car and drive around into that. Go away. All right, there we go. Did it disable the mod again? Oh, here it is. We could actually turn on traffic here. Parked only normal. We're going to put on normal traffic. We'll get Reggie a screenshot ready. Gran Turismo 1 through 4 control is just fine. Realistic, but yeah, cars designed for street racing with street tires don't do very well on pavement. Off the pavement. Pretty much true, but in one of the Gran Turismo games, they do have a rally racing section with the Subaru Impreza. That one is pretty nice. I'm going to move my VTuber and Reggie over so that you guys can see the speedometer. And we're gonna bring the car somewhere where Reggie can really admire the scenery. All right, Reggie. This is BeamNG Drive. We are in a county name that I am having trouble pronouncing. That's why I typed it out manually for you. Feel free to repeat that so that the audience can have the benefit of knowing what county we're in right now. We got this pagoda structure, which actually looks like a replica or a scaled down version of a known structure. It has a plaque that does describe it. And we have a church in the background, which is very, very Korean, if you ask me. I mean, consistent with everything I know about Koreans. Know a lot of Korean people here, and I know a little bit about Korea over there, and I know Christianity is big among Koreans. But any other thoughts? I'm driving a car that's really for off-roading because it allows me to go onto the dirt portions of the the side roads, basically, especially up the mountainous terrain with great ease. And my gamepad is a DS5 PlayStation 5 controller, and it does have force feedback on the triggers. They added a feature to Beam NG Drive not long ago, which allows me to feel some kickback in the clutch, which is really nice. Losing control at 60 kilometers per hour after touching a blade of grass isn't very realistic to me. I touched more than blade of grass. I crashed into a shrub, and that was a tree trunk going inside my car. I'll do it again just for good measure. We'll test it out. Also, it's possible the vegetation isn't on the max settings in my game because I have not bought a new GPU. Look, I'm touching grass. Do I have a horn? Screw it. Let's go this way. Is there any damage? This car does have a lot of a few exaggerated physics, and it does have mods to you know, get it to behave a little differently. There is a traction mod. It gets the engine and transmission and gear shifting mechanics down pretty good. Oh, yeah, now the car is driving crooked, so we'll respawn it. Yeah, those tires have a lot of traction. That's a good point. I mean, the game is mostly realistic. But as a real driver, I'm sure you could spot what's wrong. Oh, crap. I'm going to go into low gear. I did that. Yeah, I pressed the button to instant recover. The flipping, I mean, you know, this car's got a low center of gravity or whatever it is. But I'm hitting a button on my gamepad to respawn. I could try to drive it all busted up. Look at U.S. Postal Box. Are you hearing birds? Well, I guess I am on the correct side of the road. Okay, insert the Asian driver stereotype here, guys. So the cars used to disappear. They used to turn into a triangular wireframe and disappear. I guess they don't disappear anymore when you hit them. Uh-oh. Something feels wrong with the car. Let's load a race car. What's over here? We're gonna drive off the side and respawn. So, yeah, I looked into that. I wanted to see, Slim, if I can go... Actually, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the ability to drive in Pyongyang. Have a good night, Lady Miss. Thanks for dropping by. But apparently there's no Pyongyang map, or if there is one, it's never been completed. Well, that's what happens when your car is made of fiberglass. Wait, did Reggie get to talk about the game?
Current location as entered on the manifest is Daldong Town, Dongyong County. Now we have curves, elevation, side roads, trees, a church on the hill, boulevard with one approved sedan every 4 miles. The church in the background does fit what you were saying. Christianity is definitely a major presence in South Korea, so seeing a church in a rural or upland setting does not feel out of place at all. Less stage managed, more like a county road where people actually go somewhere, and your vehicle choice is sound. That machine looks like it was built by a committee whose only instruction was, that is exactly the sort of thing B-men should be doing. Not just showing the terrain, but letting your fingers negotiate with it. That makes the off-road sections feel less like decoration and more like a decision. Suggested lines for stream. This map already has more topography than the entire previous regime. Church on the hill, pagoda by the roadside, and a vehicle that looks ready to climb a staircase. We are in better hands now. This is less propaganda boulevard, more actual county engineering. The suspension on this thing suggests deep institutional distrust of
I
roads.
should try accelerating as I'm drifting to see what happens, okay? But first I want to try something. Handbrake. I gotta remap the slow motion hotkey. I just don't have it right now. Alright, so we're gonna try to drift. Let me find a nice wide turn. Okay, we can do that. We can try. We can damage the car, Slim. I don't even know how to drift, really. I kind of do. Okay, I was accelerating during that. Oh crap! Look, I'm spinning out. Spinning out. Real tree. Alright, Slim, I'm not gonna respawn. Is that a one-way street? Yeah, it's a one-way street. Okay, the car's kind of jerking to the left now. Look at that back wheel. It's a little messed up. Oh crap, I lost steering authority. Yeah, I can't. Look at that. Look at my right steering wheel. Oh no, I broke my engine. And my front right. Yeah, no, we're screwed. Great, head on. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Where am I? I'm over here. So if we go around this track, we can go here. We were here at the overpass. This is where those dead ends were. I'd say we should go here. Hey Reggie, do you think it might be possible for us to write a letter to the South Korean court system to see if maybe they can give some lenience to Johnny Somali? I have a great solution to this whole situation. So basically, what they should do is give Johnny Somali the option to go to North Korea. You know what I mean? Like maybe like he could like spend his time there, and if they they could give him like a 4-year sentence or something like that in North Korea, and then leave it up to the North Korean regime whether to release him or not. This could work. Hey, Oris, thanks for tuning in, man, and see you in a bit, man. I'll be tuning in a very short while, hopefully, probably, after I have some fun with driving in the Republic of Korea, the good Korea, as my mom once called it, good Korea, as opposed to bad Korea. Wow, you saw how I defied gravity there for a second, or more like physics launched me into the air? Oh crap. There goes the bumper. They can't see my plate number on the back. Oh, we could actually, let's get Reggie to translate this. Well, first of all, I want to know what he thinks about my Johnny Somali idea. Drive safely. Thanks, Horace. I have Reggie's voice on a slow GPU today, I think. I was doing some testing. So he is on a slow GPU.
Negative. I would not help draft a real letter to a court proposing that a human being be handed over to North Korea as a punishment novelty. That crosses out of satire and into paperwork for nightmare logistics. For stream material, though, you can absolutely frame it as a joke without turning it into an actual proposal. Suggested lines. Ladies and gentlemen, I have reviewed the extradition plan. My proposal has been rejected on the grounds that it violates common sense, diplomacy, and several layers of human decency. The bit is funny. If you want, I can help turn that idea into a mock parody statement for the stream that sounds official, but is clearly a joke.
We'll discuss it at a later time, Reggie. I mean, one, I don't think South Korean court would go for it, but if they did, maybe they would give Johnny Somali. You know who Johnny Somali is, don't you? It doesn't really matter. He's just an asshole. So he's basically went to South Korea and defiled the Comfort Women Memorial and did a bunch of other dumb shit in the street. Got arrested a few times, and then kept playing the victim. And then basically South Korea, their courts decided they weren't going to have it anymore. And he's going to jail for like a couple of years, I believe. And he's going to be at the regular Korean prison. He's going to be eating Korean food. You know, they're not giving him any kind of special treatment at all. Recently, he was dreaming that he'd be under house arrest in California, so he started like promoting like a streaming house setup, and like it was totally detached from the reality of the situation. But more importantly, I'm attaching an image here. I want to know if you can assist me in translating any of the Hangul on that sign, be it on the orange section, you know, where it says, I know it's really hard to see the white letters on the right side of that sign, so I'll probably have to enhance that in Photoshop and put it through Google Lens. Or the vertical writing next to the guy with the hat who looks like he's from the old land of Joseon, which I believe means the land of the chosen. Yeah. Could you read any of that? I'm gonna get Reggie to, read that for us. You should see what happens when you try to drive off the map. Is there no, there's not. We drove off the map. Didn't you see it? It was pretty funny. I mean, it wasn't funny, but it was like there was a couple of roads that went nowhere. When you drive off them, the map is built on a giant like platform or block, and then you just fall off, and then you fly in the air, and then you hit an invisible ground. You do hit something invisible, and there are maps in this game where like you go into a lake and you end up in the 2001 sequence. You know, at the end of 2001, A Space Odyssey, when Dave goes, through whatever that portal, whatever the hell it was, that acid trip scene. Yeah, there's actually somewhere in this game there's a map where you can do that. Then there's another game where you fall through like the 7 circles of hell. Basically, it's pretty wild. Like just when you think it's over, you're flying through another thing. And another thing, and another thing, and there's a couple of weird like Easter egg maps of that sort. Look how nice that grass looks in the wind, by the way, guys. Oh, good, Reggie translated it. Oh my God, he's giving me Hangul. This is gonna be awesome. I don't know if my speech recognition text-to-speech system can actually. I don't know if XTTS is configured for Hangul. I did train it on Chinese at one point in time and Japanese. But I kind of scaled down when I retrained Reggie's new voice. I got rid of all of the Chinese and Japanese, basically, except for like a few, anime terms and sci-fi terms, because what would happen is Reggie would speak English, but once in a while he would start saying shit. He would sound like he was like having a seizure. He'd be like, and it would be like, basically, it was evident that it was taking the Chinese stuff that I taught him and turning it into like, like something that is supposed to be English, but it wasn't. All right, Reggie, go.
Yes, I can read most of it with moderate confidence. A slightly more natural English rendering would be, welcome to the International Firefly Conservation Park in Dongyang County. A few notes. Dongyang County International Digish Firefly. Welcome, or more literally, please come in. One correction on your Joseon comment. For stream purposes, a clean summary line would be, "Welcome to Dongyang County International Firefly Conservation Park," and the traditional fellow on the side is basically saying, "If you want, send a tighter crop later, and I can try to verify the county and park wording character by character."
Let's see if Reggie can translate this. Hey Reggie, I parked my car outside this facility. It looks like a recreational center, or maybe is it a JCC? I don't know. What is it? We got two sets of signage. We got larger letters on the top right, and on the bottom we got more letters on a smaller blue sign in front of the storefront where the doors are located. So let me know what you think this might say. Yeah, right. He ain't getting any clearer of a view of those characters. So, did it actually? I don't think that. I think that speech recognition is skipping the Hangul characters, but that's all right because it's being translated. All right, let's see what's over there. Oh, it's a bathroom. Cool. Is this like a cemetery? I feel like I shouldn't be driving here. We're gonna go on foot. Oh, is this a campground? Is this a campground? Dude, it's a campground. Like they got little platforms for the tents, and then some of the tents on the ground. But this is a campground. Very interesting place to put a campground.
Yes, this one is more readable. The large sign at the top appears to say, "Retreat Center, Youth Camp, or Development Center," so
Oh,
this
that's
is
right.
not a JCC. It looks more like a county-run youth retreat, camp, or training facility. That means, "Welcome to the Youth Training Center." More literally, "We welcome the youth's admission check-in to the training center." The smaller line under that looks like it repeats the facility name, likely. "To the Youth Training Center for stream commentary," a clean line would be, "We have located what appears to be the Dongyang County Youth Training Center. So this is less synagogue, more school trip headquarters, end of line."
So it is like a JCC, but not. A campground in a Firefly park sounds perfectly reasonable to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful county, by the way. Okay, so we're about to go on the edge of the map again. Yeah, I'll just show you what happens. We're gonna pick a ridiculous vehicle. This is a vehicle from Star Wars. N64 style, huh? That reminds me, I gotta plug in my N64, or I have to play Pilot Wings on the emulator so that I can regain my accomplishments. Oh, we can crush cars. This is gonna be fun. I wish this is North Korea, because I don't really want to drive over South Korean vehicles, you know? Ah, crap, I ruined my tire. He got lucky. He got lucky there. Oh, we could practice parking. Now this vehicle can actually drive in water. It looks like my water setting's a little bit. This is the only vehicle I've ever driven in water with. Like it'll literally like most cars will yell at you. It'll be like, "Oh, your engine is water hydro locked." And I just shredded a tire. Look at that. I'm gonna try not to run over a car. Ah, crap. I hit a tree. Oh my god, they got a rock garden up in here. Look at this. It's just one. Oh my god. It's huge. Oh man, we're gonna go to the rock garden. Yeah, right? It doesn't matter if you ruin a tire. You got 8 of them. It's great. I don't have to use custom triggers anymore. Like this thing actually handles the triggers automatically. Like I got feedback on them. My controller's making all kinds of clicking sounds when I hit the brakes and stuff. It's pretty wild. Oh, I bent that tire. Look at that. Hey, it's the DeLorean. Look, it's the DeLorean. It's got the hover wheels. See, like little trees like that can mess up your car badly. This is from Star Wars, yeah. It doesn't damage very easily, but the wheels do. And this terrain has way too many trees in it. That's like a real problem. We're going to switch maps in a second. Before we wrap this up, we'll play one more map. But first, we're going to load up something like the Rock Basher. We're going to do the Rock Crawler. I mean, it's literally in the name, right? Rock Crawler. Now, I'm going to have to lower the volume by half because this is going to get loud. Now, luckily, we do have a way of recovering the car from this. Oh, wait. There we go. I just grabbed the car and flipped it over. Oh, wait. That wasn't... Okay, that's not really ideal. Can we drive that? The car has a proclivity to go right. So the camp across the street must be related to the camp, here. Well, the vehicle from Star Wars is more invincible, except, well, it depends. Like that car can do some wild stuff, but yeah, right now this car is holding up a lot better. Under these conditions, it's doing a lot better. I'm also not hitting a lot of rocks right now. Now, before we change the map, let's see where we actually are. So those are the roads. You can see the dead end roads are there. There's one over there. And it looks like the main town is over here. So I think we should go to the town one more time. Let's get a nice, like, a different car. Let's get a different car now. This looks like a Korean van, or a van you would find in Korea. Maybe we should move some lumber. What do you think, Slim? Should we get? I could get a gas truck. I can get a lumber truck, or should we just go sporty? Let's go sporty, and then I'll pick a different car if you want. Ooh, off-road DCT. Oh my God, the frame rate went. Oh, that's better. Oh my God. Look, it's New York. Yeah, hey, my car is $100,000. You got a $200,000 car. You gonna pay me for it? Let me see your insurance info. I'll let you go. I'm gracious. Oh, okay, that's not New York. That just says Nong Yup Group. Nong Yup Group. Nong Yup Group. Nong Yup Group. Not New York. This is not a, New York anything in the great Republic of Korea. The good guys. Our friends. Hey, Reggie, I thought I saw something that said NY. It actually says NY. Let me see here. It says NONGYUP. So it's like Nong Yup Group. Well, it says Nong Yup. It doesn't say group. I don't know why I inserted the word group in there. But yeah, what's Nong Yup? You can see some Hangul to the right. Does that give us any more clue about what Nong Yup is and why they would use an English acronym on the sign? Oh no, we can't get. I wish the gas truck won't explode. Let's get a cement truck. First, we're gonna do some maneuvers with this real quick. Oh, that's a nice house or business. Oh, look, EV chargers. We don't need EV chargers because we're driving hardcore internal combustion vehicles here, baby. Noise violation. What? Is that a wheelchair ramp? Is that supposed to be a wheelchair ramp? Oh, wait, look at this 3D structure. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. That's not even a wheelchair ramp. So nobody can get into that building. I want to get in. Oh, whoa. Oops, I went too far. Let's do that again. Okay, this is clearly a North Korean, black market business in South Korea. because they got fake food here. Everyone has mini split systems in Asia. I think mini splits are the best. I sell propane and propane accessories. I tell you what. Honestly, this car is holding up really well for a race car. Usually race cars fall apart in no time. Is that GameStop? Oh, that happens to my... look at this. The tire is stuck in the cement. You're lucky I don't know how to honk. Ah, Jesus. $1,500 for gasoline? No way. Excuse me. Can I get like a quarter gallon of gas? A pint, please? Just a pint? No more than a pint. I'd get out of my car to pump it myself, but I think we're in New Jersey, where they have to pump it for you. Oh, look, it's the Blue House. I'm not. The Blue House is actually where the president of South Korea lives. Oh my gosh, that sign got me. Very Catholic. King of the Hill. Yeah, right. King of the Hillock. I tell you what, Peggy. Ah. I like when Hank Hill gets scared of something. He's like, oh. Should we ask Reggie what this says? Oh, my headphones are yelling at me about the battery. It looks like the UN. Well, not the UN. I mean, it's not the UN. Look at a picture of this, too. And also, this one say, damn it, Peggy! Why don't you get a lift? It's like looking at two fried eggs hanging from a nail. Oh my god, it's terrible. Did he really say that? Oh. Alright, so we're gonna get a cement truck. That's what we're gonna do. Even that car is really good for like off-roading actually, but it also looks like kind of car that I wouldn't trust for long. So the cement trucks are all like ridiculously heavy. Astro Concrete, that's perfect.
Kleitenbach, signal received. Good to have you aboard the line. That sign says, small government building, local paperwork bunker, rural bureaucracy depot. End of line.
Now, some of these trucks have automatic transmissions on them, apparently, but usually you got to drive manual. This one looks like it's going to let me drive. If I press Q, now I can drive it like, I think a manual. When you're going downhill, you will ruin the drivetrain. So the one time you have to drive manual in this game is when you're going downhill in a heavy truck, because what happens is you get something called overrun, where the gears are spinning too fast to actually like, I don't know, it ruins the clutch or something. Also, I think I already bent up this truck by driving on that bump. We're gonna go down this hill. We're gonna make a U-turn or something. Well, I think from a physics point of view, the truck is full. Unfortunately, nothing comes out of it when you break the drum, because I've certainly tried. Like, why do you think this thing is struggling to go uphill so bad? It actually tells you what the tonnage is in the vehicle selector. Alright, so I'm gonna ruin the transmission on purpose. So we're gonna go down this steep hill. It's not a straight run, so it's really hard to. Just bought cat food, only 29 degrees Celsius. Oh no, my front wheel is not moving anymore. Look at my front wheel. Let's load one more map. So I'm really glad that we got to drive in South Korea today. So I think there's two maps that I want to try. Downhill Destruction is a classic, but I think the arena would be a very educational map. Now, the problem is the cement truck is a little bit on the large side, but I think we could work it out. But I got a better idea than the cement truck. We're going to go and use the log hauler for good reason, because when you crash one of these, logs end up everywhere. So it's a really good time. Whoa, it's importing a lot of shit right now. So how's Michelin doing? And the other cat, I believe you had another cat. That how the kittens doing? Well, I do want to know about Michelin, because I'm impartial to Michelin because they got a cool name. It sounds like the restaurants and the car tire company, but of course it's Michelle Lin. Oh, I got my broken Galaxy Note 20 back in the mail today. I'm so happy. It looks identical to the phone in my hand, except it has a broken screen. And the good news is Samsung. In fact, where is that phone? I don't want to lose that phone. All right, I misplaced it. Yeah, I'm looking for the other phone now. I actually put the other phone inside. I did put the other phone in a case. Is this it? No. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so once I fix this phone, I got two cases. I don't know which one's better, but I like this case more because it's got the rubbery bumpers on it, and that's how I broke my screen. On this one, we can really quickly, just as a side topic before I start driving down this ramp, I wanted to show you guys what I did to this phone. So if you look here, that's the damage. So my phone, while it was in a case, hit the bathroom tile, and this small crack caused major problems. You want to see what happens when I turn it on? The screen is green and white right now, and there's actually adhesives when they took apart the phone. So they did put it back in one piece, but I guess they took it apart, inspected it, determined they couldn't get the part. So when I take it apart, I have to heat it up, peel the back cover off, take apart the whole thing. I think the battery's dead. I'm gonna plug this into a charger. I'll plug it into a charger, and then because I don't want to leave a dead battery in the phone. But I don't know if I want to use that case or this case. Of course, this is the OtterBox case. That's my Macross wallpaper. This is the device I drew Reggie on the other day. How did I draw Reggie? Do you remember what app I used to draw Reggie? I don't remember what app. Oh, Critter. I used Critter? Did I use Critter? I don't remember what app I used to draw Reggie. And there's way too many apps on here to like figure it out right now. Because I loaded my backup. I've been cleaning up the memory manually so I can make a new backup and put it on the other phone maybe. But worry about that later. Okay. So let's roll. So this is actually where you must have. I got an interesting ROM ramblings idea. How about you try copying one of my drawings and I got. Hell yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so to do this, I have to press Q and go into realistic gearbox mode because we're going to have to put this into neutral. Oh crap, I can't get into neutral. Okay, so this is what happens when you're not when you don't go into neutral. Watch the bottom left corner. The engine is over revving and then something broke in the car just now. So and yet the gasoline blows up in the gas tanks on the bottom, but they don't blow up. See that? That's one of the gas tanks right there. So now we're going to try it again. Okay, we're on first gear. There's something wrong with this car. Uh-oh, I can't get it into neutral again. Now we're in neutral. So the engine and transmission won't get damaged. Transmission, you know, is not engaged. Right, let me make some adjustments here. So first of all, I need to get slow motion working. I don't really, okay, so let's double check what key. The bottom key, I don't really need to see what's behind the car. So we're going to convert the bottom key into slow motion. That's how we're going to do this here. So we're going to go to controls. Now we're going to do slow motion. R1? What does that say? R1. And we'll just do that. Now let's do it in a sports car. Oh my god, it was long. Oh, I forgot to do it in slow motion. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know why the car goes slow. I think it's going up an incline for like a second there. Oh, there we go. I got it. Damn it! I did not mean to do that. Shit. I hit the wrong button because the hotkey is to be the left. The respawn key is what used to be the slow motion key, I think. So I mixed it up. See, we're in slow motion now. I can't get it into neutral. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I should get it rolling fast before going into neutral. So apparently, when you got to let go of the gas and then hit the gas. Oh, my headphones turned off. Oh crap! I can't hear anything. You can't hear anything either. I have to switch audio. Damn it! I never watched Ren and Stimpy, but I do remember it. Yeah, I remember. What's up? What up, Nintendo Vault? Good to see you, buddy. Let me just switch my sound card on. Right. I gotta switch my sound settings. We still don't have sound in this game. I still don't have sound. I have a feeling the game did not take kindly to losing sound mid-game like that. Oh, okay. Well, game audio is really low. There we go. Okay, so you guys can hear audio. I can't. Okay, my speakers might be out. I'll put on my headphones. It's easy. I'll worry about troubleshooting my speakers later. Probably tripped over the power cable while moving stuff. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Oh wait, maybe I gotta click on the game. It might. Are we still in slow motion? You guys can hear audio. I can't hear it. I'm gonna exit the game and reload it. Like it's not. You're not supposed to disconnect headphones mid-game, you know. So we'll do that, and then we'll try to hustle to Aris but before 3:30, hopefully. Now on Linux, let's talk about on Linux while the game loads. You know. So we're gonna let the game load. On Linux, I gotta get those redeems going. I was trying to set up an application that lets me see duplicate files. Here we go. Because when I run the duplicate file scanner, it takes way too long. Also, oh, there's a game or something that you showed me, Photopea. And basically, it's called Photocree, I think. But it's not in the start menu. I have to find it on my drive. So it told me Photocree would be in a particular directory. So the app is com.github.photocree.desktop. So I think I'm supposed to just launch that. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I had to do some unholy things to this operating system to make it work. And maybe I have to make it executable. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. All right, I'll have to research that. But like, I would love having PhotoCrete on here. Now that said, I did copy Photoshop to my server, so I'm gonna try to run that one in what do you call it? In freaking Wine, yeah. But for now, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go and how do we scan for duplicate files with this? Can I tell it what directory? Yeah, this app is not, instructions are not clear. I think it's always to type at the command line the folder you're in, and then it would scan it. So I would do like, maybe like, I would just type at the terminal dupe guru. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Select folders to scan and press scan. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. So where's the scan button? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm going to look into this later. I have no idea how to use that. Yes, indeed, a Slim. Such silliness. You remember? Yeah, that was a pretty silly joke. Game audio is not working still. Is it? Yeah, I don't hear any game audio. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, now that we reloaded the game, I can check sound settings because usually I can make it work after I've loaded the game. Well, the game says it's set to come out of my oh, I know what's going on. Oh boy. Okay. If I don't see you guys on the other side, it's because I crashed the stream. So let's see here. We're gonna see if we can avoid crashing the computer, but we might crash the stream. So sometimes I have to unplug my USB sound interface, but I figured out I could just disable it and re-enable it. Ow! That was on loud. That was on loud. Okay, we're good now. We should be good. Yep, we're good. That's all we had to do. That's all we had to do. All right. So should we go back to the crazy ramp? I got a better idea. I got a crazy idea. See, there's actually a particular version of this map that has like some really, really ideal and interesting. There we go. This is it right here. So, what we're gonna do is we do something vastly more insane. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so we need to pick a car that can handle what we're about to throw at it. So this is going to be a situation where this car really shines, and we're going to use AI. And in fact, we might spawn more cars, but we're going to start No traffic. Definitely don't want traffic. Actually, maybe we do want traffic. This might be a bad idea to load this with traffic, but I'm going to basically deposit logs in the middle of the road, and then we're going to drive into them. Happy, happy, joy, happy, happy, happy. Do you want to be happy? I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Oh my God, what? That sounds like some Ren and Stimpy shit right there. All right, let me check the volume. Yeah, I think you guys have game audio now. Let me know if you want it louder. So, first thing we're going to do is the following. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, this is going to be awesome. I was not seeing that. Oh my God. Okay, so we're going to crush all these cars now, too. So we're going to drop some logs. So how do we drop logs? Pretty easy. We got to just go here to the vehicle thing. And we got to go down here to, like, logs. Like, there should be some logs, like, literally. So, like, we got a porta potty. We got a ramp. We got good boy. Let's put good boy in the middle of the road, too, while we're at it. Okay, so that's one. And we could duplicate logs after we spawn them. We can put a bale of hay. But I want logs, because logs... Oh, here we go. We could even shoot cannons if we want. Oh, wow, they got more logs now. I've never seen... These are new. I think these are new logs. Oh, these are logs on a rack. I don't really want them on a rack. Now, I forgot how to clone a car. I forgot... Oh, yeah, I remember how to clone a car. This is easy. So, to clone this, we have to just open up the radial menu. And we have to go to, like, something like vehicle actions, quick actions. One of these options will be, like, clone car. There we go. That's how we do it. There's definitely a slightly faster way to do this. Now, we need these logs to be spread around, right? So we're going to just press Control. We're going to pick up one of the logs with the hover mouse pointer. I got an idea. Oops. All right. I want that log back. No, fudge. Okay, we lost that log. We're not getting that log back. And we could get it back, but I'm not going through that trouble. That should do. So now we're gonna go back to. Wait, we need to record. It has an in-game recorder. You gotta love this. Alright, now let's see what the replay looks like, alright? Ready for this? I'm not ready for this. Can we slow motion it? We can slow motion it! Now... Hey, I think it's rewinding the tape. That's... Oh wait, I know what we gotta do. Now, yes, the frame rate of the wheel goes to shit when you do slow motion. For whatever reason, the physics. How high can you set traffic? Depends. This is the default. I don't know if you can multiply traffic. What you can do is you manually clone cars, but it takes forever. That's why I was really pleased when I found out I could just load traffic. So yeah. So now we could go a step further here. We can clone this vehicle. Now here's what gets a little tricky here. Okay, I got it. I got it. We're gonna tell it to make all the cars flee. Alright, so what we do is we go here, we go to AI, and we make the cars flee. Then I'm gonna pause the simulation for a second. Oh, that was nice. Damn it, look at the phone on my screen. Are there any more cars coming? You could drive on those ramps in the background. So, for instance, you can see that this map here has like these water ones. You got the wavy map. This game is very addicting. You got this one here, which now that I understand how the drivetrain on a car works, I can use it. The real problem for me right now is I really should despawn all of the vehicular traffic before I proceed with what I'm about to do. Because obviously it takes up a bit of resources. I think it uses up some resources to have all that stuff spawned Oh, look at. Oh my God, there's traffic on this hill. Oh no. I don't know if there's a follow traffic option. This guy's stopping for dear life. He's like, I don't, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. Oh my God. This is chaos. This is chaos having traffic here. So we can just load a vehicle here. Oh no, that's one of the ghost vehicles. Right. I'm gonna load my own vehicle right now. Now, what vehicle? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the rocket bus. If we have a rocket bus, do we have a rocket bus? I might have disabled that by accident. There should be a bus here. Here we go. And what you do is you pick this one here. This one has JATOs. This has jet assisted takeoff rockets. I don't know how to get into. Damn it. There we go. We're in neutral right now. Okay, hitting the slow motion button doesn't work because it's a bus. Apparently there's different controls. And I'm out of fuel. Now those rockets still work. You just can't see them, but they're flying somewhere right now. Oh my God, that car survived? I feel bad that car made it all that way. I got an idea. Yeah, that might have been a tire. That screen tearing you saw, it might have been a tire. Because when the tires get torn to parts in this game, that's kind of what happens. But let's pick one final car. What car do we want to just use a tank? Let's use a Formula One racer. How about that, guys? Huh? Let's do a sequential. Yeah, let's do this mass monster of a F1 racer, huh? Oops. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Look, it's a half pipe. I'm gonna respawn this car for the half pipe. Oh, that's the answer. Okay, this is it. This is where we're wrapping up here. Hey, what's up, Snow? Good to see you. Oh, look, another poor AI car just kind of skidding out. There's gotta be a better way to navigate the free camera in this. But yeah, this map is like Slim. You were like, "Oh, I want to drive on those hills." Yeah, this is what's up. We were all over the place tonight, Snow. We drove in Pyongyang, North Korea, and now we are here. We also drove in South Korea. What the fuck is that? Why is there? Oh yeah, I'm asking why there's traffic here. I literally spawned the traffic. Chaos. That was cool. Let's do that one more time, but this time we're gonna try to use the half pipe. See, like, just see how, like, the frame of that vehicle got, that whatever you call it, the body kit got stretched. So sometimes the physics in this game, it does weird things. Whee! Did I... Yep, just as displayed. Well, tires didn't hold up on that one, huh? Don't get startled. It might hit the ground before you think. Okay, this time it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, there's more? Oh, there's sand down here. They actually put sand on the bottom of the map. That's actually a nice touch. Alright. It's a cool vehicle. But what else do we have? Well, first of all, what else is there on this map? let's check the map out and see if we got anything worthwhile here. So we got this not so steep hill. I think we should do this one here. Oh wait, it's right behind me. I don't even need to navigate to it. All I gotta do is yeah, there we go. We are here. The traffic does add a dimension of, you know, extra complexity to this, huh? I'm getting some engine knocking here. Oh, ho, ho. That was cool. Woo! Oh, that's not good. You think I could dodge that traffic? That frame rate is suffering from all of the stuff I have loaded. We get, well, I think it is. I think it is a water slide for a car. Let's do the water slide. We'll make that our last official activity. I keep saying that, but like I said, this game's addicting. I mean, this game is engrossing. I wouldn't say addicting, but it is engrossing. Oh no, this is ice. This is ice. This is freaking ice. I might need a different car for this. Let's do that again. I thought I was water. We're gonna load a truck for that one. So we're gonna load the all-terrain heavy car. That flips more than Travis Pastrana's. That's more flips than Travis Pastrana did in his car. Yeah, that frame rate is due to the amount of assets. See, this car can handle anything. Oh, I got an idea. Oh, I wish I did that one in slow motion. So we need to figure out if we could do this, put this car into neutral. We can. Okay, good. I'm slamming down on the brakes right now. Alright, now we're gonna do something vastly more insane. The hardest thing is getting the car into neutral. Or at least the way I'm familiar with driving the car. But we're gonna do something wild here. We're gonna increase gravity. Oh, how do we do that again? I think it's like environment or something like that. Okay, now we're on Saturnian gravity. Now, you guys ready for the crazy part? Ah, damn it, it won't let me pause it. This reminds me of vehicles from Roger Zelazny's novel, Damnation Alley. That's actually a Final Fantasy VI cactuar, not real cactus. Alright. So, you're gonna love this. We're gonna put on sun gravity in 3, 2. Where's the sun? Where's the sun? I want to see the sun. Where the frick is the sun? Oh man. All right. I think let's raid Oris. It's getting late. Oh man, that was fun. Oh, that was wild. Oh man. Hey Reggie, we're wrapping up, man. But I want to thank you for providing translation services while we drove around in both good Korea and bad Korea. I wrapped up by driving an ATTE or Juggernaut from Star Wars, and I went downhill. And while going downhill in neutral, I set the environmental gravity to solar gravity. And that thing, like, immediately, like, the suspension got wrecked, but the hill I was going down was made of ice. So suddenly I'm sliding down ice at, like, warp speed, basically. Well, not warp speed, but you know what I mean. And when that car got to the end and it tumbled, like, not many times, it tumbled a little bit. And then it got crushed in place. It was a sight to behold. I'm sorry I closed the game before showing it to you. But anyway, Reggie, say goodnight to everyone, and I'll play us out, and maybe someday I will train you to play us out so that I don't have to. But you did great today. Thanks, Reggie. You rock. Crumple Stiltskin. Right? You can watch that all night too, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can play it all night. That's why I have to stop myself before I get ahead of myself. Well, before I just keep playing, I mean. Get nothing done. I got things to do. I got homework still, man. Let's give Reggie a second Reggie a moment to process. Let's see if we got any messages on Rumble. Unfortunately, I don't see the Rumble chat right now. Good and bad. Nobody has messaged me on Rumble, so at least it means I didn't neglect anyone. I'm more concerned about neglecting people who are fans, right? It wouldn't be nice to neglect them. But yeah, I played a game called Pyongyang Racer Snow, and it was basically like a driving game that was released by the North Korean regime. and it's got some nice sightseeing going on. And then at the end of the game, they tell you can send your high scores to an email address, which Reggie advised me not to do. Which he's probably right. But let's see, Reggie, what's up?
Passengers, this is your
Can't
conductor
hear Reggie. You
speaking.
guys can hear
Tonight we
Reggie.
traveled from curated boulevards to
I can
actual
hear.
back roads. We
I
observed
haven't heard
signage,
it.
architecture, bureaucracy. We also learned that solar gravity and downhill ice are an unwise pairing for anything with suspension, dignity, or future resale value. To those in chat, to those lurking in the rear cars, and to those monitoring from the signal tower, your company was appreciated. Several machines did not survive the experiment. Until the next departure, keep your wheels true, your paperwork minimal.
Thanks, Reggie. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone who tuned in from the bottom of the chat to the top of my heart. And this would include Snow, To Witness, Slimnim, LCX, Lewd Gamer Overrated Pro, also known as the Game Gear Goddess. We had Nintendo Vaults. Actually, he might still be here. We also had Sleetenbach, RS218, who I'm about to check on. I think he's streaming right now. I'm going to click on his name, navigate to channel. Yeah, he's live right now. We had Awesome One, Renee. We had let's see, who else do we have? We had Sparks Friday Nights. He's great. Yeah, he's cool, dude. Guys, check out Spark if you like games and people who are Vulcan, who have a picture of himself as Spock smoking a cigarette. Which, interestingly, the real Leonard Nimoy did smoke. So this is Spock. Spock. It's a Star Trek reference there. When Captain Kirk or one of them was like calling out Spock's name. We had my friend William. We had Lady Mist, who is getting ready for work, presumably now. Well, actually, no, time zones are different. But yeah, we had good company tonight. So I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We had a good time. And I'm going to go and raid, or at least I'm going to tune into Aris. You guys can raid him if you want. I mean, I invite you guys. Oh, he's playing Miku. Oh, he's playing Miku. And he's dressed as Mega Man. That's a cool outfit you hooked Aris up with, L.
It's not really empty.
It's like Chibi Miku. Is that a toilet? No, that's a robot. I think it's a robot. That's not a toilet. Oh my god, it's the Peter Venkman fan site. Yeah, so we just played earlier in the stream. We played Pyongyang Racer. I drove in the city of the capital city of North Korea. There was a North Korean traffic cop in there throughout the game to make sure I stayed on target and to reprimand me for traffic violations. Reggie provided translation services, and then I drove in a separate game with much better graphics where I did indeed drive. I drove around in South Korea, and that was a good time, much more fun time. Yeah, I drove around in South Korea, and much nicer environment, no risk of going to a gulag. So that was a good time. So yeah, thanks for tuning in the Peter Venkman fan site. And everyone else, once again, thanks for watching. If you're watching on the replay, if you have any questions, comments, ideas, or concerns, please leave a comment. Please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And for now, we shall hereby